Okay, so now we're going to try something different. We're going to look at increasing our speed while moving towards the reference. We have to think about what these two things mean. The first part is it's increasing the speed, which means I should have still a curve for my dt graph because they're all going to be curves today. But it's increasing speed, which means it starts off flat and gets steeper. But I also have to think about what towards means. Towards means I have to start off far away, somewhere up here, a distance far away from where I'm going, and move towards it. So I'm going to start off with a pretty flat line up here and make it steeper because I want it to start off far away and move towards my goal because d equals 0, that 0 line is my reference. And I need it to get steeper as it does so it speeds up. So those are the two things I need to think about. Getting steeper, starting off far from the t line and moving towards it. When I move on to my velocity time I now have to think about. My velocity time, remember, it's still going to be a diagonal straight line, but now I'm moving towards. As soon as I see towards, I know I'm in the negative quadrant because all that negative is telling me is you're not moving away, you're moving towards. So I'm going to draw my line down here. I'm also going to think about the fact I'm speeding up. Remember, on velocity time, 0 is no speed, right? So I'm going to start off here with very little or no speed and get a larger speed as I go along. Nice diagonal line. There we go. So this is sometimes confusing, this whole thing, because you have to think about what the negative means. But all you have to remember is towards means draw it below in the negative area, because that's just the direction. Velocity is how fast with the direction, negative direction. Again, I'm going to look at my VT graph because I'm going to sketch all three. So when I look at this, I'm going to look at this and it'll tell me what's going on with my acceleration time. I don't want to think too hard about it because it can be confusing. But if I look at this and I've drawn it right, you will notice this is a negative slope. A negative slope on the velocity means a negative acceleration because the slope of the velocity is the acceleration. So I get a negative. Now this might also be confusing because you're thinking, what? But that was slowing down and this is speeding up. But acceleration is a vector. So a negative can mean slowing down. A negative can also mean going towards the negative direction. So in this case, the negative is telling me the direction and not that it's slowing down. I know, a little weird and confusing, but that velocity time graph is your key. It will tell you what to draw.